Hello, I'm Professor Marcos Rigo from FGV EBAPE, and I have been assigned as the Program Director for the Executive MBA TIAS visit. I hope you all enjoy the forthcoming week. The objective of this video is to present the program in order for you to understand how all classrooms, visits and workshops planned are linked. We'll start with a welcome reception on Sunday night, when we'll meet each other and have some drinks in a beautiful scenery. Botafogo Beach, although not the better beach to swim, has an outstanding portrait of the Guanabara Bay with the sugar loaf included. The program is named Doing Projects in Brazil, Opportunities and Challenges. The idea is to give you all a framework of Brazilian society, including political, economic, cultural, and social aspects. On Monday, we'll have 3 lectures. Professor Irigaray will talk about multinational projects and its diversity aspects, such as religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, addressing the Brazilian context. If you have time, search at the December 2017 issue of Project Management Journal, where you'll find a paper written by me and him that presents and discusses the concept of intensive symbolism projects. He will be followed by Professor Zanini, an expert researcher on Brazilian police system. He will discuss the importance of trust and leadership within Brazilian business scenario. After lunch, Professor Orlando Filho will talk about the Brazilian economy and its effects on growth, inequality and poverty. Thursday will be dedicated to a massive visit in an organization that's the 4th biggest media corporation in the world. They started business about 80 years ago with a newspaper, followed by radio and television broadcast. Although Brazil was one of the first adapters of television broadcast in 1950 with private companies, the birth of TV Globo in 1965 changed radically the scenario in our country because they professionalized the sector and became leaders since 1970s. In 1995, they successfully finished the biggest infrastructure project, the unit you are going to visit. It includes the recording studios unit, the scenographic city unit, the customs unit, and scenarios production unit. We'll dedicate the whole day there, and that's a bit far from Botafogo, where we are supposed to leave about 8:15 in the morning. After the visit, we will return along the Barra da Tijuca beach. On Wednesday, we'll be back at EBAPE. In the morning, Professor Cirino will talk about innovation capability and institutional frameworks in the Brazilian industries. After him, Professor Camarano will present her lecture. She's an expert in business opportunities for elderly people, a growing segment anywhere and also here. The last lecture on Wednesday will be done by a famous music composer, singer, and honor president of Portela Samba School. His name is Monarco. It is important for you to know that it's the first time Monarco goes to FGV, and it was a special invitation I made to him. But why Monarco? The samba schools appeared about 95 years ago, formed by African descendant people sons or grandsons of former slaves that lived in poor neighborhoods and favelas. Okay, it's one of the ways they created to be part of the biggest Brazilian party, the Carnival. Year after year, they have become more organized. So in 1932, the newspaper called the Mundo Esportivo created the counters among the samba schools with a set of rules and a judging commission. At that time, the samba schools were small groups of about 80 people, no more than this, usually black and poor citizens from favelas or like Portela from distant places, accessible to downtown by train. Since that time, the Samba Schools parade gradually became a project that starts about 10 months before the parade itself. It starts with the enredo definition. That's the theme, the plot, the story that they want to present, like an historical character, a place, a feeling, a legend, a person. Besides that, the roles become more detailed and competitive, and every samba school needs to get money to execute their projects. In the last decades, it becomes gradually an industry, and they will summarize some important milestones, like the samba school's interest goes to middle class in the 60s, 70s. They got bigger, about 2,000 to 4,000 people, and more organized in groups called alas. They have formal organizational charts, including divisions such as Carnival, Cultural, Development, Budget, Human Resources, Women, Dancers, Composers, among others. They built headquarters to hold a big amount of people where you can have food, music, and dance. They also have producing units where the big cars and the castles are made. They started being live TV aired in the 60s. And the parade place changed sometimes until 1983 when a big stadium was built called the Sambódromo. So, Monarco, who is now 84, is one of the living members that witnessed this transformation. He was not responsible for the project planning, only a member of the composers group, responsible for the yearly samba, because the schools need to create a new song every year to support the parade. The next day, on Thursday, we will have 2 classroom activities. In the morning, Professor Coelho will talk about real perspectives after the mega events, the World Cup and the Olympics. He will be followed by Professor Fontoura. She's an expert on food industry and will talk about the Brazilian food market and its main agents. In the afternoon, we will go to Galpão Aplauso, an NGO that carries projects for poor orphan teenagers in 5 areas: music, dance, circus, theater, and visual arts. On that day or night, we will celebrate our program in a farewell dinner. Finally, on Friday, we will finish our week with 2 classroom activities. In the morning, Professor Mendes will conduct a design thinking workshop based on project planning, where our intention is to integrate the information you got during the week in a hands-on activity. It includes social projects like the Galpão Aplauso approach, the cultural project like the Carnival parade, and media projects carried by Global Network. After that, in the afternoon, Professor Stinken will finish our week with political risk analysis in Brazil nowadays. So, this is a brief description. If you have any questions regarding our program or our city, any kind of questions, okay, please feel free and ask me at marcos.rigo@gmail.com. at fgv.pr. Okay, so have a nice trip, and I hope you all enjoy the week, and we'll meet next Sunday. So bye bye.